Look who finally decided to make an appearance. I thought you were gonna leave me all by my lonesome. Wait. Don't tell me. Let me try to figure out why you were late. Hold on. I know. A student got lost, couldn't find their way to their class. And you, being the good Samaritan you are, decided to help them find their way. But it turns out it was all a ruse. They just need an excuse to talk to you. Then they tried to get your number, and you had to awkwardly tell them no, you're spoken for. Am I right? Shut up. Seriously? I was joking. I can't believe it happened again. Do I just have to start following you around like a little guard dog? You need to stop being so approachable, okay? My goodness, I leave you alone for 1 second. I decide to head to class by myself for the first time in what feels like forever. And this is what happens. I'm not mad. You can't fault yourself for being so good, nice, absolutely perfect, and it annoys me to no end, okay? Now, go ahead, take your time getting all settled in. I kind of already have my station all, set up, kind of. You do remember what we're doing today in class, right? Come on, you're supposed to be the good one. I'm supposed to be the wild child, couldn't care less attitude. So I can text you and ask questions like, I totally forgot what we did in class today. Can you remind me? Do we have any homework? What do I need to bring for next class? Like the good student you are. Now here I am, being the good student. Ugh, it's disgusting. Well, as a reminder, we are working on our self-portraits in class and outside class. Don't even remind me. Yes, it's the ones that we already planned out. Last time we were in class, we picked colors, vibes. I don't know. Whatever the class asks us to do, remember, vibes is actually part of the curriculum. At least tell me you have a sketch done. Good. I mean, if you didn't, I guess I could be a good little helper and tell the teacher that you totally had one done. I saw it myself. They just forgot it at home. Stop. You know I'm only this nice to you, right? Yes, I'm totally relieved you actually showed up. I don't mean to be so snippety. It's just for a second there I really thought you weren't going to show up. I'd be in class by myself. You know how I hate that. And you're kind of necessary, not only for my well-being, my mental health, my emotions, but also the fact that you're kind of a major thing for my project, my model. And I am yours, which, by the way, great choice. But if you didn't show up, what was I supposed to do? Paint you from memory? Ew. It's much better to have the real thing in front of me. I mean, yes, I guess I could have used one of the 1,000 pictures of you I have in my phone. Which, by the way, it kills me that you're so photogenic. I have to actually try, I'll have you know. But thanks for being sweet. Or whatever. Seriously though, get settled. I already got us some water. So in case you need to, clean your brushes, feel free to use mine. And if we need more, I'll get more, you know? It's fine. I mean, that's the good thing about the art classrooms. They have built-in sinks, so it's helpful. You know, it does smell awful in here, like turpentine, but everything's always covered in a fine layer of charcoal dust. This is the painting room. Why is there charcoal in here? But beggars can't be choosers, so small wins, right? Hey, you chose to take this class even though it has nothing to do with your major. I still can't believe you did that for me. Stop, no, you're gonna make me blush. Stop it. Remember, I'm trying to be cool, calm, and collected. Can't have other people thinking they can talk to me willy-nilly. Seriously, I've already had to shoo away 2 people who saw me in class last week and were like, hey, you seem nice. And I'm like, I'm not. Do with that information what you will. Get settled. Sorry, I'll stop harping. You did remember all the paints this time? Or do I need to lend you something? Seriously, I don't mind. What do I have? I have deep yellow, jet black. Do you need jet black? Of course you do. You're painting me. Did you at least bring your black? Gosh. Look at you being so prepared, even if you're a little late. Ooh, lemon. That's a good color. Especially for like brightening things. Do you know how to tell if something is high key or low key? Well, you've come to the right person. It can totally change the way like a painting or a color is perceived by the eye. But a little trick is if you turn your phone on black and white, like a filter, you can actually kind of tell the difference between tones. It's really helpful, especially if you're bad at color mixing like I am. So if you have any color mixing issues, I'm not the person to ask. Which is why you should just stick to black. I have ultramarine, great for shadows. You didn't even bring ultramarine. What am I gonna do with you? Oh my gosh. It's fine, it's fine. How much of it do you need? Because like, I don't have a whole lot. But you know what, just take it. Yes, I'm being nice, but you owe me. I'll decide what I want from you later. It's gonna be something terrible, I promise you. Honestly, I bet it's just going to be like, I don't know, coffee or your time and attention, which I so desperately need after already having to talk to so many people today. By the way, you didn't tell me the person that you helped, their name. Did you happen to get a name? What? I'm not gonna do anything. Just a silly name. Just a small silly name. Fine, you're no fun. I was just gonna talk to them. You know, just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. I just was gonna talk to them just like a tiny little bit. I wasn't gonna do anything crazy. You know, I don't like getting my hands dirty. But again, stop being so approachable. Let me go get my pad. Are you going to use an easel? Do you need help setting it up? Because I can show you where the good ones are. And you're just going to stick with a pad too. Totally fine. Totally understandable. Again, the easels, they're kind of sticky. Like, it's not a good... I don't know why they're sticky. Is paint sticky? No, when it dries, so why are they still sticky? Anyway, I have also had the unfortunate happenstance where I put everything up on an easel and the little screw got loose and then my whole wet painting fell on the floor. And you know what? I said it was intentional, so what can the teacher say? That's what I told you. Remember, keep in mind. Whatever they tell you is wrong, say, no, you're wrong. This is intentional. This is my vision. You can't tell me what to do. Interpretation. Be right back. Alright. I already have my sketch of you done. Even though, by the way, we're not technically supposed to be using, like, sketches in this class. But mum is the word, okay? Just don't let the teacher see. I'm serious. Though I'm pretty sure this one is a little off their rocker, so they probably won't even notice. Just ask them about their newest, work. And that they're very much into, what is that? The live action type of art. Interpretive dance, that's right. So if you ask them about that, they'll probably tell you how they went to Burning Man recently, which always seems to be happening when you ask a teacher. Whatever. You ready? You all situated? You got your ultramarine? Let me know if you need any other colors, okay? Okay. Remember, don't ask me about color mixing because I can't help you. Okay. Can you reach everything all right? Good. Just trying to mix some colors. It's gonna be bad. Whatever, I'm trying my best, and that's all I can ask for. So what brush did you decide to go with? Went with a square brush. Interesting. It's not a bad thing, no. It's better for nice structured pictures, in my humble opinion. I went with a trusty fan brush. Okay, we're getting different line widths. You didn't just seriously ask me that, did you? What is new in the world of Goth Girl? Well, work mostly. Actually, I ended up having a meeting with my boss. Yeah, the kind of interesting, mysterious boss. She doesn't come around very often. If you can believe it. So it's always very interesting to meet with her. She always seems to know what is going on with me without us having spoken in quite some time. But she did say she was proud of me for sticking with the whole magic thing and trying my best. She asked me what changed, even though I could already tell by the little twinkle in her eye that she knew exactly what changed. Why even ask? Whenever she pays me. And it was nice that somebody was proud of me. Well, I told her it's because I had somebody I wanted to protect. Stop. Of course it's you. Who else would it be? Anyway, I guess that was interesting. I tried to ask her, if anyone's heard anything from the witch who used to own the shop before I kind of took over. Apparently, she is still very much missing. But she did say, interesting enough, that her sister, I guess she considers all the witches sisters, but whatever, her sister was still on a very important mission, whatever that meant. Again, she likes to speak in riddles, which is very annoying. That little smirk she has. It's also interesting that every time I see her, she looks slightly different. She's really hard to get in touch with, by the way, too. Yeah, I would love to just be able to call her up and be like, hey, how do I make this potion? Or hey, we need more of this. But she always seems to be on like a different plane of existence, which doesn't necessarily have good cell reception. Does that surprise you? She's a witch after all. A very powerful one at that. Actually, she kind of came to me first, asking whether or not I wanted more. And back then, wasn't necessarily sure what more even meant. But you know what she said? She said, you have great promise. And I said, that's funny. You don't know me, I don't know you. I kind of laughed it off. But then she said something I haven't heard in a very, very long time. You know what she said? No. She didn't say with great power comes great responsibility. No. She actually called me by my name. Not girl. Not Goth Girl. Not even Helsing. But like my actual name. And I asked her, who are you? And she said, I am the dream merchant. I know all, I see all. And I guess I listened to her talk a bit more. Asked her, why me? Nothing special. And she said, what do you mean? You're the perfect fit for the role. No one else can do this but you. And she called me by my name again, which, God forbid. Weird, right? She just appeared out of nowhere, by the way. Is that cheesy? I thought so too. But it was nice to see someone see something in me that I didn't even see in myself. You know who else is the perfect fit for the perfect role? Yes, I'm talking about you. Perfect you. Seeing something in me. Deciding I was worth your time. Even though I was so mean at the beginning. But I'm super nice now, right? Right? Only to you. So, don't get weird about it. She's an odd one. She's kind of the leader of the big three. Big three witches. Actually, we met one of the big three. Remember when I took you to that haunted hotel for a very lovely gift present. I'm not sure if you considered it a present, but I did. She kind of is in league with the head honcho, my boss. She takes care of the ghosts and the supernatural in the underworld, those who are not ready to move on. I know they call her Dream Merchant. Not really entirely sure what she's in charge of. You would think it was just dreams, but she seems to know more. Again, she's always smiling at you patiently. Twinkle in her eye. Wears a weird hat sometimes with ears. I know I sound like I'm crazy, right? Appearing out of nowhere and knowing my name. You know, I never really decided what I was going to do with my life. You know, everyone already expected me to be a nice, healthy family business, you know. Fight monsters, live up to the Van Helsing name. My sister had no problem doing that. Craved it even. And she's so good at it. And I kind of hate that. She is. Even with her like little issue being like too pure-hearted, pure-spirited. She still knows exactly what she wants to do. And then you have me taking art classes that I'm not good at. I don't know. Maybe I'm good at picking friends. Picking people I care about. I would say that's a life skill, right? I don't trust easy. And I care for very, very, very few people. Yes, one of them being you. I know you grew up with not a lot. But even though I grew up with everything, I was alone a lot. Is it obvious? Don't get me wrong, my parents have a bigger destiny. But that means they have to be on the road a lot. And sometimes they would leave us with like aunts and uncles of the Helsing clan. Never for too long. But as soon as we were old enough to make our own food, they kind of just left us in a big old manor with a lot of locked rooms. You don't have to feel bad for me. I'm living in the life of luxury. And I don't know, because of that, I never really found my calling or anything I was very good at or passionate about. Unlike my sister, who took to being alone as time to dream. She would run around in different little costumes, hunting things on the property. And when I say things, I mean like bugs. She had a special fondness for those little pill bugs, the little roly-polies. She did. She used to build bridges for them in homes, thinking that they were her subjects, and she had to keep them safe from all the other critters and bugs. She would run around with like a little slingshot. And a much smaller version of a bear coat than you can ever imagine. I mean, even when we were alone, we would have a maid. I don't know, a homemaker. She was nice. She would come in every couple of days, clean the rooms that she was allowed in. She was not part of the life, you know? And she would leave us food, some of it cooked, some of it uncooked. You know, like cereal and stuff. She would restock the pantries and she'd go, "Girls, make sure you eat." So I guess it wasn't all bad. But it was nice for someone to come to me and say, "We need you to do this." Which is why, by the way, I'm always telling you to please, for the love of all things good and evil in this world, never hesitate to call me if you need me. I like feeling needed, especially by someone like you. Someone I have to keep a very close eye on, because people seem to always want to be around you. Yes, myself included, don't get a big head about it. I guess what I'm saying is never hesitate if you can't sleep or no bad memories are keeping you awake. Just call me. 9 times out of 10 I'll probably be up reading or having my own issues and not being able to sleep. Whatever, get back to your painting. I'm sorry for being such a downer. You like hearing about my past. That's very sweet of you. I guess I'll have to include it more often. Stop. And no, you can never see pictures of me as a small child, but for a small fee of maybe you, me, dinner tonight, I will dig up some old photos of my sister in her little bear outfit. She also had a squirrel one. She also had a bat one. But this was before she realized that vampires were associated with bats. She used to think bats were really cute. She liked the book Stella Luna, which was about a little fruit bat. Which, by the way, I still love that book. Oh, what can I say? Vampires can't take all the good out of bats. Some of them are just that. Cute little critters. Except for some of them are really weird looking. Have you ever looked at a bat from like above? Some of them are not cute. Unlike me, who's cute all the time. You're right, you caught me. It takes a while to look this good, so you better appreciate it and make my picture look super cute. Because we are having to show these to the class. Whatever. By the way, how's it going? You don't want me to see? It can't be that bad. No, you're freakishly good at everything. Okay. Do you need to give me any brushes to clean? No, you're still good. Okay. Just let me know. Make sure you're washing it thoroughly before moving on to a lighter color. You can kind of get away if you're mixing a whole bunch of darker colors, but for the sake of anything bright, clean it in between uses, or at least use a different brush. I learned that the hard way. think it's looking pretty good. No, I'm not going to show you. You'll have to wait just like everyone else. Plus, we're working on these all week, so if you want, we can meet up and work on it together. It doesn't have to be today, can you imagine? 3 hours already of painting and I have to go home and do more of it? Gosh, no. Definitely a different day. But I still request your company for later on. You didn't make any other plans, right? Am I gonna have to talk to somebody? Tell them that you're spending time with me and no one else. At least for this evening. Good. It's about time to leave, finally. Because I am super surprised that the teacher hasn't come over, but again, I think she's a little on something special today. I can't tell if that's like who she is as a person or like just her vibe. You can never know in the art building. You can never know. Just go ahead and pack up. I mean, that's why I always clean up a little bit early. So we can leave as soon as we're done. God. No, don't worry about the extra paint. I'll put it up on that little paint area. Just make sure to wrap it really good. That stuff is expensive. Don't waste it. I mean, if you do, I'll just buy more. Anything for you. What? Well, that's weird. What do you mean? You know the dream merchant. Has she visited you? Have you gone to other planes and didn't tell me? You're not sure whether or not it was a dream or a ghost? That's kind of creepy. Did she wear the hat with the ears? She tends to do that with first-timers. I think she thinks it makes her appear more approachable. When did you meet her? Different times in your life. Interesting. What did she do exactly? Gave you sweet dreams. Well, if you hear from her again, go ahead and tell her she can visit me anytime. I would kill for that. Are you sure you met her? Again, she's very, very old and very, very powerful. Her and her other 2 head honchos. They always come in 3s. I don't know if that's a witchy number or not, but I know it's an art number. Or what other band called? At least my boss calls us lovely little witches. Again, she considers us all family, sisters, if you will. Okay, tell me something that she would say, and then I'll believe you. She called you dear heart. What can I say? I guess you really did meet her. I hope that's a good thing rather than a bad thing. I don't know about them. They seem to always find you when you least expect it, yet when you most need it. I wonder when I get that as a superpower. It hasn't occurred yet. Actually, that's a lie. I can always tell when you need me. Maybe it's just because I always seem to need you. So I don't think that's a superpower. Dear heart. Hello, dear heart. Gosh, she's weird. You know, this is gonna sound really weird, But you know how I've been training to be a better witch. Again, I'm gonna sound absolutely crazy, but the more my power in the dark arts grows, the more I'm able to conjure, hex, and jinx. I notice things about you, things I didn't notice before. No, it's not your winning personality or your very nice smile and your very nice eyes. Don't look at me like that. It's nothing bad. At least I don't think it is. It's an aura about you. I can't explain it. It's pretty. It's different. I don't notice it around anyone else. And I don't want to scare you or anything. No, I really don't. But it's kind of dark. It's beautiful, but it's dark. It looks like this. Surprising, I know. I told you I've been practicing. Don't worry, actually, the flame is, it's cold, not hot. Similar to your aura. Dark, beautiful, yet cold, refreshing. I don't know, again, maybe I'm just talking nonsense, but maybe that's the reason why monsters and witches and supernatural creatures tend to be drawn to you. Something otherworldly. Something unique. I know, I'm talking nonsense, but were you impressed by me? Stop. No, it's okay, you can tell me more. I love praise. It's my favorite thing to hear. But only say it if you mean it, not just because I want to hear it. Finish packing up. I owe you dinner. And how do you feel about watching something? If you're interested, there's this new show on a streaming service. It's about painting. It's called Looking Through a Prism, something through a prism. I don't know, maybe it will get us into a better mood tomorrow for more painting. Okay. Good, well then hurry up, hurry up. Is that your paint palette? Yeah, no, you can give it to me. Yeah, no, I'll go put it out. It's fine, I told you. No, hurry up. But it's okay if you take your time. I'll wait.